A lot of you have reached out and told me how tight your hips feel. And we already have one video that kind of addresses the hips, hamstrings, and low back, but this is specifically for your hips. It's your hips, isn't it? So we'll start here in a child's pose. You'll bring your knees wide, your toes will touch behind you, and extend your arms out long. This is a pretty gentle hip opener. A lot of people use it to start a yoga class or to just feel grounded, but this is a great hip stretch just because it's not super intense. If it is super intense, you can always take a blanket or a block or a pillow and place it in between your hips and your heels just to alleviate some of the pressure of your hips being up in the air. If your hips are feeling comfortable here sitting back, allow your forehead to fall to your mat or your ground, and then just relax into the pose. You'll hold this probably 2 or 3 minutes. Just relax into it. Try to avoid clenching with your muscles. From there, we'll transition down to our belly for a half floor frog. We've done this one as well before, but it was in bed. So it's a little bit more effective when you have a hard surface underneath you, but it's also a super gentle hip opener because you're not putting any of your body weight on top of your hip, which is what half pigeon is. So you'll bring your knee in line with your hip, your ankle underneath your knee, and then you'll lay down onto your ground. So you can let your arms fall behind you, you can bend your elbow, get a little shoulder opening, whatever feels good there. And you'll hold this for a pretty solid amount of time, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe as much as 5. It's feeling good, but it's a gentle hip opener. You're not gonna feel a ton of sensation right out of the gate. Ensure that you hold the opposite side for just the same amount of time, and then from there, you'll come back up to your seat. We'll move into a deer pose. So deer pose is kind of what we would traditionally call like the cheerleader sit. So you would have one foot on top of your opposite thigh and the other foot on the outside of your thigh. From here, you're already gonna start to feel some sensation. Might be a lot, might be a little. This is a unique posture in that one of our hips is in an external rotation and one is in an internal rotation. So you're getting different sensations, so it's not gonna be an equal feeling in your right and left. From there, you can stay. Just have your seat be heavy and relax into this shape. Or if you wanna add a twist, you can walk your fingers over to the non-footed leg and then fold over your leg. This gives you a little bit of a torso twist and a little bit deeper into the stretch on your opposite hip. From there, you'll press up and switch out to the other side. So switch your legs, switch your feet. Your toes can point in any direction here, so if they want to point out to the side, to the back, inside, whatever's most comfortable for your ankle, that's where you want your toes to be. Same thing here, root down through your sits bones, let them be nice and heavy, and then you'll have that same sensation. Remember, it might be different from the other side because your hips aren't used the same and they're not built the same, so it might feel different. So you can hang out here or again take the twist, walking your fingers over and then folding over your leg, taking some time here. After a couple rounds of breath, bring yourself back up. And for our last hip opener, we'll come down onto our back. So you'll find a Baddha Konasana, so your feet will be together, knees will be wide. You'll take blocks and put them underneath your knees, and then you'll lay down. So from there, relax, soften into this pose. This is a supported pose, so it's a gentle hip opener through your pelvis, into your inner thighs. It should make it feel really nice to just hang out here for 4 or 5 minutes. And then when you're done, softly come back up, press your knees together, come back to your seat, and you should feel so much better through the midsection.